Welcome back, everybody. This is JT at Rubber City Motoring. So what we're going to do here today is a product from Vette Lights. Link below if you're already interested, because they're one of those companies I've seen since I got the Corvette, and I'd say, you know, their website's super fun to look at. You compare what you have now to what you're going to go with from them, and you know, there's just lots of neat stuff they sell. I really dig their site and all their options. So working with them on this one to do the C5 side markers here. If you'd like your side marker to go from this and courtesy of Vette Lights, it will go to this. Today I'm going to show you how to get this done. This is pretty much all I found I needed. I did one side already just as sort of a test run on this. What we have here is the Vette Lights version. That's our stock. This is one of my favorite versions. They do offer them in a smoked and I believe maybe a clear. You see these sort of all over the internet, but I know Vette Lights is going to be quality, so I went with them on this instead of like some Amazon junk basically. So let me show you the two different products here and what we got going. So like I just said, I already did one side of this just to sort of see what's what, how hard it is, and then I can explain it all to you. There's a lot of videos on the internet how to do this, but I'm going to give it to you pretty basic here and get right to the point. Stock version here is just a lens. It's got nothing going on, and the nuts behind it are almost like a tin type nut. They're not really like a real threaded nut you'd get from you know, like Home Depot or something like that, or Fastenal. This is the Vette Lights version. You can see the LED is going to go across that section there, right in the middle, that laser line as they're called. And then this plugs into the bulb socket. So your bulb's going to come out, and then this just replaces where the bulb goes. What I love about this particular color, instead of being a smoked or a clear or something, when the car is off, just sitting there, no lights on anything during the day, you can't tell, which I'm kind of digging the stock look on certain things. I like my headlights kind of clean looking, not like crazy, you know, Fast and Furious or something like that. So just off, it looks normal, and then on, oh my gosh, the brightness is crazy. And once we're all done, I'll show you at night kind of the difference between the two, how bright these ones are. But oh my gosh, just that video I just showed you, those quick clips there, it's pretty insane, the difference. So let's get this going here. I'll show you how to install these. Probably take you, if you are experienced, 20 to 30 minutes tops. If you're not, maybe take your time, go over, you know, an hour or so. But it's super easy, not hard. You just kind of got to finagle your way into finding the back of these things. So let's get this going. The first step of this install is, it's just pretty easy. I found this to be very simple and pretty quick and easy as far as tools go. You start with a Phillips screwdriver here, and you're going to remove the outer taillight assembly so you can reach your hand in and have access to the side marker right there. So let's get this undone here, 2 Phillips screws, and then you sort of wiggle the light assembly out. Two screws out. They're fairly long, normal Phillips head. They do have a cool looking flat head on them there though. Must work well with those headlights. And then what I kind of do is, you can put your finger sort of in the hole and pull on it, and the only thing holding it in is this rubber seal right here. And then from there, you're gonna unclip your light bulb. There's a little gasket on there, and then just set this carefully there so you don't break your bulb, and set this out of the way. A couple tips for you on this. I like to put a towel here just to keep everything in one spot. Your screws won't roll away. Put your light there, and your tools there won't scratch your paint. And another tip, these tend to gather the dirt even after a fresh wash. Be a good time to clean them up with a little detail spray or even soap and water if you're trying to get your Corvette looking top notch. And then if we peek in there, you can actually see inside there, right about there. That's what we're going after. Those little nuts in there that are deep inside there. So after we get those off of there, we're good to go. And really, I mean, I can actually see the ground right there. I mean, if you were crazy, you could come from the bottom, but this seems to be about the easiest. So right there's what we're going for. I just got these new work lights in their little spheres almost, and it almost works perfectly in here because it's small enough to go in there and see what you're working on. But just a little tip, I'll put a link to that below as well. Kind of a neat little option, and it is magnetic, so it's stuck in there to that bolt just so I can see what's going on. In an attempt to show you exactly what to do here, the lens is basically a plastic stud sticking out there, and then there is a, we'll call it a little tin nut on there. It's nothing like you're used to. Like I said earlier, it's just a simple little chintzy nut. I found that a standard socket won't fit. You need a deep, that's not too deep because you have to clear the tub right there. So I got a 7/16 ratchety wrench in there. Now with that being metal and plastic, it doesn't spin off like a traditional nut on a bolt would. So now you have one side done. You can see it's already kind of loose there. We got to go and do the harder one, and then you can do the wire connection on the outside unless you want to do it now. It's totally up to you. But we get that second one off and pull this out of there. After both nuts are off, this thing is just sort of loose in here, and you just kind of wiggle it. And the only thing that's going to catch is the threads that are cut onto the plastic. And there's a little clip on there. Basically what you do is you don't undo that clip, you just spin this off of there. I'll show you here without damaging my paint. You're gonna basically take it, spin it, and then it pulls out of there like that. Bulb is also going to come out, which just pulls straight out. And there's everything that comes out to make this happen. Taillight, 2 screws with a screwdriver, 2 nuts with the 7/16 ratchety wrench. There's the lens, and then there's our bulb that comes out of the socket. Now we can go ahead and start to install the new one. Here's our new guy, and as I showed you earlier, it doesn't have a bulb. It's obviously an LED, and it can go either way, and this connector can go either way as well. If you really want to be, you know, I don't know, worried about it, you could match black wire to black wire if that makes you feel better. You just put this little socket in there, and that's it. You're installed, and now we just basically pop it into the spot there, and it'll sit there while we put the nuts on. What I love about this look is it looks completely stock just now, like during the day. No issues, doesn't look, you know, ricer, whatever you want to call it. It just looks, you know, looks just like it's meant to be there. And then once the lights come on, a whole different ball game. You see in there, I just sort of finger tighten the nuts, and then that's it. You're not going to be able to really do these by hand. Once you get them started, you have to get in there with a wrench and snug them up. Be very careful though, you're turning metal onto plastic. Not that either one is overly strong, but you don't want to over torque it, force it, anything like that. Just get it started and then get it going with the wrench there. So let's get these both torqued and tightened and snugged up. One thing I like to do to make sure it's snug is you give it a little push from this side, and you can see if it flexes at all. Like, see this side, I haven't done the far bolt yet, you can see it comes out. This side I think is done for the most part. Doesn't really move at all. The whole body's flexing with it, and that's fine. So I have one more to do here, and I'll show you the final product inside, but it's kind of cool because those nuts cut threads onto the new LED side marker. So you're basically creating threads out of these kind of sharpish tin little nut things. But one more to go, and then we are bolted and done. The nuts are torqued, but not too much, and if you notice the connector there, that was kind of something that took me a minute to realize. The Vette Lights side marker still accepts the factory turnstile connector. So you basically carefully shove the wires sort of into the hole on the back in the connectors, and then you just gently turn the connector on like you would the factory connector with a bulb on it. And at first I didn't even realize that. I just plugged in and let it go, and then I was like, oh, this still accepts it. So keeps it secure, keeps your connection inside there. I mean, I'm sure it'd have to be quite the thing for water to fly up in here, but I'm sure it does get some moisture, so you want to make sure that's protected there. So there you go. We are installed and good to go on this end. Time to put it all back together. So this is pretty simple. We're sticking with the stock taillights for now. This goes in here, clicks in place, and then you can just set this here while you get organized with your screws and that. It's kind of a force fit. It sits there, and then basically we're gonna start our screws back up in there, and that'll do it. These lights, like I said, are sort of a force fit with that rubber seal. As long as you're stock, I'm not sure if you're aftermarket it could be a little different, but these don't really get too tight. I would just barely snug them, because one of mine on the passenger side over there is actually a little stripped. It's just turning into this, I call it the old flimsy back bumper here, so just a little bit of torque to keep them from bouncing out. We'll see though. These might be coming out again soon if I want to upgrade those. Here's what's left from our one side: factory lens, bulb, and then the two tools I use, and that's it. One thing you might want to do before you fully button it up, which I did but I didn't show you in the steps there, is flip your lights on and see if you have proper operation. I just flipped the parking lights and you can see we're on, so should be good to go. These lights on the back here, these LED side markers, it's tough to do them justice, but if you go here, let me show you around the back side here, you can tell it actually looks better on camera than it does in person, how much brighter the side marker is as opposed to the standard taillights. But if you stand back at the side and view it here, pretty neat. And with the lights on, we've got there's our side view of the two. And then we'll come back up front here with the front corners. It's a neat looking setup they have overall. Very, very cool. Good stuff, good products. I dig it a lot. So the side markers are one of those things that literally everybody could do. You need a screwdriver and a wrench. It's super easy. They aren't really expensive, and they update the look amazingly well on this car. And then the other end of it, like I said during the install, you really can't tell when you keep it red. It looks bone stock on there. Unless you want to black it out or something, you can do that too. One big negative though is now, because I have these and I have the Vette Light front corners up there, my taillights look so just not cool anymore. And I thought they looked fine to begin with. Those don't look as cool, and that's an LED, so that's fine. But yeah, I need some halos or something for the back. And I'll probably be bugging Vette Lights about those, asking them what they got for it. But more to come on the Corvette here. I figured out wheels. I just need tires. Just did a whole paint system on this. You can see it's gotten quite a bit glossy since the first, a little bit glossier since the first video. And there's going to be more to come. So thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. Like this video if this helped you with the side markers. And we will obviously be having more on the FRC here over the coming weeks. And it's going to be here for a while. So, and an update on the Impala is coming soon if you are one of my Impala followers. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Hit up Vette Lights, link below, for more on these and every possible light option you can get for your C5 or any Corvette for that matter. Thanks. We'll see you next time.